Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna discuss a kind of a common question that people have. It's some basically I stumbled upon this anecdote while going through this book, The Power of Intention by Wayne W. Dyer, and I'm gonna give you the precise name in the description. But basically, in this story, it's a father who's narrating some of his own challenges with a son who isn't able to remember facts and figures, and he's not physically fit. So I was able to kind of connect to the story when it came to the challenges that he, along with his son, had to go through. So that's why I thought that it's worth mentioning in this video, and I wanted to also get you guys' views, which is why I'm going to share that story with you now. And we'll discuss some points along the way, how I was able to connect to this, and how it made a difference in my life, and what challenges I had to go through, etc. So let's get started. Um, Let me make sure everything's fine. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. So, basically, so there's this dinner at this school at Brooklyn, Shush, and one of the fathers, the one who's gonna narrate this story, asked this question that nobody was able to answer over there. He says, "My son Shia has a he isn't able to remember facts or figures. He's not able to do things that other children do. He's not able to play sports. He's physically weak." And we keep saying that, when um, God sends someone on this earth, they're God's creation. They're perfect in some way. And where's God's perfection in that then? People. He actually asked this question, and nobody there was able to answer that. So then the father says, to be able to correctly interpret this question and provide a suitable answer, I'm going to narrate this story to you. And so he goes on to tell the story about him and his son going to a park, which now I'm going to share. So basically, and I was also able to connect to this part because many people used to have these kind of doubts. There are many people who pity us as blinds, for example. How is he going to be able to do that? How is he going to do this? This is so sad. He's not able to. He won't be able to do what other people do, etc., etc. You know, Basically, so he has a similar question. Where's God's perfection then? So then they are at this park, he and his son Shia, and Shia is just walking with his father, and he sees this group of friends, or a group of children playing baseball, and he knows these people, and he was like, he asked his father if he could also participate in the game, and his father is a bit hesitant because, I mean, of course, he does want his son to be included in the game, and he wants him to play and enjoy and be happy. But he also is a bit hesitant to do it because he Shia has never swung a bat in his life before. As his father says, he's physically weak. He doesn't even know how to play, and he can get really hurt. But so this again, I'm able to connect to because many, like my mom and many of my teachers too in school, like I've said that many people are not willing, and I've also said that I don't blame them. So one of these reasons why I don't blame them is this, because many times they have doubts that are kind of legitimate, sorry, because they don't know the answer. People have these apprehensions that he's gonna get hurt, he doesn't know how to do it, how is he, logical doubts. So the father of this Shia had some similar apprehensions, but regardless of those, he approached the team captain, and he was like, "Hey, my son would like to play with you guys. So will you allow him to participate in the match? And this person, this boy, is actually the captain of the team. So at first he himself is confused, like he doesn't know what to do, and he tries to ask around, but nobody really answers because nobody knows what to do. And here he gives it a little thought, and then he finally says, okay, like we're lagging behind in the game by around 6 runs, and in the end, like in the last inning, we will let him play. And so Shia is really happy. Like his father starts smiling, and I remember this too. Like whenever I was given a chance, I was so happy, and I like couldn't wait. I would just sit there and wait. Like I would stand there right at the, like, before you actually enter the field. I would just stand there all excited and charged up. So was Shia. Like he put on his gloves and he stood there like at like in the field. He was ready to kind of get into the action basically. So then they start playing, and they finally reach the ninth inning, and they managed to scrape a couple more runs. So I believe there's like only 3 runs left, and then they called Shaya, like as per they promised. They actually let him play, even though it's like they're about to win. It's really easy for one to just, for example, hit a home run and get it over with, but they promise, like the captain promised that we're gonna let Shia play, and they do let him play. They call him, even though he might make them lose the match because he's not physically fit, but they call him to the pitch, and he holds the bat, and the pitcher starts thinking on his feet, and he basically, what he does is he steps a couple steps, like he moves a couple steps forward, and he lugs the ball really slowly. For example, for Shaya to be able to hit it without any hassle. And so the ball is like flowing quite slow, but somehow Shaya is still unable to hit it. So then what happens is this one of their team members actually steps in, and holds the bat with him. So he's like, yeah, you know what, we're gonna win this match together. Come on, let's bat. So that's like the attitude. And that's also, again, I'm trying to connect this to my life as much as I can to kind of give you a brief idea of how this mattered to me, because there were many times when I would miss, for example, while playing cricket or whatever, I would miss the ball, and then there were really awesome teammates of mine who would then step in and try to help me in whatever way possible, like hold the bat with me or help me catch or whatever I was doing there. So similarly, so one of the team members stepped in, and they helped Shaya score. And slowly, one after the other, as Shaya, started needing help, more and more team members kept stepping in until the whole team was cheering for him and helping him in whatever way they could. And in the end, even the opposing team was helping him and cheering him on. As this father says, all 18 boys were supporting him, and he actually managed to win the game and got the team what you call a grand slam. And so he won finally won this match by the help of not only his own teammates but even his opposing teammates, and everybody was there to help him. So now the father actually says, what's the answer to this question? Where's God's perfection? And he says, I quote, I believe when God brings a child like this into the world, the perfection that he seeks is in the way people react to this child. I quote. So then he says that, in this way, the whole band of 18 boys playing over there in that field reached God's perfection. So that is the story, and I was really, really inspired by this little anecdote, and I was kind of, it was like a flashback for me because I have faced similar challenges. And so speaking of which, I'm happy to announce that my blog is now officially open, and I have made my first post, which is something that connects to this video itself, because in that video you basically get an idea of what what all these challenges were for me, like what they were like for me. So it was like, it's something similar to Shaya, but it's more of a story from my own perspective and my own thoughts. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video, this story. I hope you were able to connect to it some way, and if you were, please do share with me. And because this channel is all about community, and it's completely community driven and interactive as much as I can. That's my goal, because it's not, I don't want it to be just me talking and talking and talking, because that's gonna get boring. But like, the whole point is to have everybody participate and enjoy it. So please do comment and share with me what, according to you, is God's perfection, and how were you able to connect to this story. And if you have experienced something similar in the past, please do go ahead and share that with me also. I will, and if you would like, I would also share that with everybody, and like do a comment reading session in the next video where I share everybody else's thoughts, because I want everybody, to not only participate but be known for, participating, for everybody's thoughts to get out, because that's how a community is formed, and that's how people form opinions. And when a diversity of thoughts, ideas, when they all come together, that's how it works. That's what I believe in, at least. And so that's the end of this video. Again, I'm gonna give you a link to the blog in the description, as well as the book name and the author name, for those who would like to read this book. And please also, not like here, just in the YouTube comments, mention whatever you were able to gather from this video. What were your deductions, thoughts, what according to you is God's perfection, and general feedback, of course, that is always appreciated. But aside from that, please do also check my blog out and write in any comments that you have there. I will try to answer them as soon as I can, and I will try to keep that blog up to date. I'll try to post at least something at least once every week, and also try to be much more regular with these YouTube videos. I am not being consistent. I am really, really sorry about that. But anyways, that's the end of this video. I will see you all in the next one, and take care.